What's up, everybody?
Hey guys, it's Clarissa here with Unveil Paranormal and Bradley. This way.
Hi, everyone.
Bradley, my new co-host for this mini-series. First off, before we get started, guys, I just want to thank Brad a ton for joining me these next 7 weeks. Brad has been one of the most reliable guys that I've ever met in this field, and he definitely supports me, and I appreciate it. So I asked him if he wanted to join me for this mini-series, and here he is.
I'm here. Thank you so much for asking. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, if you didn't know, we're doing a 7-week mini-series. And for the 7-week mini-series, we will be doing paranormal evidence reviews. So these are your videos, these are your audios, these are your photos. We are going to debunk, dispute, critique, agree, disagree on all of this evidence. I already know me and Brad are two very different people when it comes to this stuff, and we will definitely have our disagreements. It's going to be great, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Fight tooth and nail on this.
Absolutely. And guys, if you really like this mini-series, let me know. Keep me posted. But I am also inviting you as the viewer to join us live to do these reviews. If you are a videographer, photographer, whatever, you know whether or not it's legit or not, join us. I'm cool with that. You're just a paranormal investigator, you're a psychic medium, all that stuff, join us. I'm cool with that. You're just watching the show because you love this content and just want to try your hand at debating if it's legit or not, join us, okay? Guys, anybody can join us for this. We would love to have you. On a disclaimer for everybody, we are not videographers or photographers professionally. We are just paranormal investigators. We've seen a lot of evidence. We believe in some of it. We don't believe in some of it. So these are just our opinions, okay? Brad may have his own thing, a way as he figures out if it's real or not. I have my own way. One special thing I wanted to mention, Brad, and I forgot to tell you about this. You know, I do photo readings, right?
Right.
Right. So I'm going to use a little bit of energy to kind of feel it out, too, on some of these, all right? Which you probably
that works
too. So this is not just going to be from our paranormal investigating side, but it might be from our sensitive side, too, right?
Right.
All right. And just in case you guys have all forgotten who we are, because it's been, since April since I did a show, something like that. Brad, when was the last time you were on a show?
I was on earlier this year. Yeah, I was on in April with you too, I think.
Okay. Brad, I'll let you go first. You want to give everybody a short bio of who you are before we get started on our first piece of evidence?
Sure. I'm Brad Ferris. I work with many teams. I have Indie Afterlife. I have Gray Area Paranormal. I've been investigating with a team or a group since 2010-ish. So I've been doing it for like 13 years now. I'm go ghost hunting nearly every weekend. So I'm always out in the field doing something.
Awesome.
Hey, Joel.
Hi, Joel. Hi, Martin Sky. Thanks for joining us. I am Clarissa with Unveil Paranormal. I've been doing podcasting. This would technically be my 5th season, but I'm actually keeping it as a separate thing. I have like so many different playlists on YouTube right now. So I've been doing podcasts for a couple years now. Paranormal investigator, psychic medium, and I've just been doing this probably publicly since 2015. So looking at 8 years almost. Yeah. I'm like a veteran now.
Yeah.
I remember being a newbie. I'm like a veteran.
I've always lived in a haunted house, so I've kind of always been in it. I just actually going out and doing it since 2010.
Right. Ron, your question, that's interesting that you asked that. I just shared the hotel in Atlanta. Are you talking about Rose Hotel? You shared on my page asking if anybody would be interested if I did an event there. So yes, I've been there a couple times. Brad's been there too. A few times.
Yeah, like 15.
So yeah, absolutely, Ron. So that might be. Oh, you did see it? Yep, I have been there. You're up for it? Really, Sky? You've never been there? It's not that far from you. Well, kind of. So yeah, definitely, I'm considering it. It is a hotel. It is not a public event. I definitely would love to get like a bunch of paranormal friends together, and it'd be a sleepover at a haunted hotel because you can sleep there. It's great. I love it.
Yep, I spent 3 days there back in 2020 helping put in the new windows, so I've
Yeah.
slept there a few times.
Awesome. So, guys, you're not here to listen to this jibber jabber. You're here to see the paranormal evidence. And today's show is specifically geared towards some of the more well-known pieces of paranormal evidence, ones that you can just Google and bam, they're right there. Everybody's talking about it, right? So we have done a little bit of research to find these pieces of paranormal evidence. You may think that there's other pieces that we don't share on the show today that are as popular. Just let me know. Send it to me, send the photo, something like that.
I found a few more that we can do for a later show too.
Okay. We will be doing a cryptid show specifically, and we will be doing an alien show specifically. I might have a special guest for the cryptid show because he's really into that stuff. I am still looking for somebody who's really into aliens and stuff to join us. So it's for those special shows. Not a functioning hotel. Do you think they could sleep there? But back to the show. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's you can sleep there now. They actually have beds and stuff. So, all right, guys, are you ready, Brad?
I am ready.
Okay, we have 5 photos and 5 videos to review in less than an hour, and we just keep them. Let's do this. All right, let me get the first one ready. And guys, I want you to comment your opinions and comment what you think, what you feel, what if you know a backstory on it. We did a very short backstories on these, very, very short backstories on them, maybe a couple sentences long or whatever. If you know more about this piece of evidence, throw it in the chat. Let us know, you know. All right. Give it just a second. Are you ready?
I am ready. I have my notes right here in order.
All right. So the first photo, Brad is going to share with you about it. Y'all probably have seen this one. I know I've seen this one out there a lot. So let's get it started. All right. Here's our first photo, guys. What do you think of that one?
So this first photo goes by a lot of different. Photo goes by a lot of different names: Falling Man, Falling Body, Family Gathering. It was shot in Texas in the mid-50s by a Mr. Cooper. The little backstory I found is the Cooper family had gathered around their dining table on their first night in their new home. To commemorate it, this photo was taken. None of the family remember seeing anything unusual. This photo first appeared online in November 14th of 2009. Other than that, not much else is known about the photo or the family.
I would love to know more about the family.
Me too. I did see a couple theories on what this could be. One was that it was a double exposure. And another one was
another hanging person.
And then the other one was the father was dangling something over the camera to catch the attention of the kids, so they would focus.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't know if I believe it's paranormal or not.
Real or fake? What was that show called? Fact or Fiction?
Yep.
Yeah, I love that show. So this is kind of like that, but we're not recreating it. That'd be cool if we could.
That would be.
Do I think this is real or do I think this is fake? This one's really hard for me personally because it's not kind of. I do like the idea of hanging something over the camera to get the kids' attention. Maybe it could be a doll, you know, or something. I wish I knew how cameras worked back then.
Right. I
It's
struggle
always
with
these
the fact
old,
that
huh?
I struggle with the fact that there's not a whole lot of knowledge about the family. Even that's the part of it that makes me wonder if it's fake.
Yeah. I don't know. It's possible. I'm going to go with this. This is my theory, okay? And if anybody has any comments, let us know. Throw it in the chat. I think that it's not paranormal. I think the photo itself is possible, that it did actually come out like this. But I don't think it's paranormal.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah, I think it's probably been. I think it's a true fake. I don't even think it's any paranormal standing to it at all, in my opinion.
Do you think
just from the lack of backstory?
The lack of backstory?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be.
Because they didn't even give the person's full name. They just said the Cooper family and Mr. Cooper. No names, no actual first names were given. So there's no way to actually look for those people.
Yeah. Sky says she's skeptical. Yeah. I feel the same way. I don't think it's paranormal. I think it would be awesome if it was, and very interesting story.
Right, yeah. I would love it if it was real. But yeah.
Because the other thing with your story is you mentioned, I believe it was the first night in that house, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I took the photo. So I wonder if they actually had continuing paranormal activity go on after that.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know, but right.
Yeah. Yeah. Am I going blurry again?
Not too bad.
Okay. Yeah, so okay guys, the next one is a video. And I am going to tell you a little bit about this one. So, this is a video that was on CCTV in 2018. This occurred. A gentleman named Jay Brown was working at a nursing home in Chicago. He felt that he was seeing a ghost, and that's why he reacted the way he did. He says, I'll tell you in a minute. I'll pull it up and we'll play it here. While it's playing, I'll tell you. Let's see. Here you guys go. Let me know what you think. Oops, sorry. So he's reacting that way because he's seeing a ghost. Now, if you look down here, you'll see like a mist. And that's what he was actually physically seeing. And that's why he reacted the way he does. Looks like we lost Brad. So guys, on this one, now I do want to also mention, according to the security guard, he actually sees the spirit every so often still. Like every few months, the spirit actually shows up. So this is not just a one-time occurrence. This must have been the first time he's seen it, got uncomfortable or whatever. So this is the video. Let's welcome Brad back. Did you get booted? Brad? Did we lose Brad? Absolutely looks believable. Yeah, yeah, Leah. I know. As paranormal investigators, is our first thought to throw something at it? I don't know. I think as investigators, our first thought's probably going to be like, where to go? Like, well, like we're going to look for it or whatever. Brad, you're frozen. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, that's his reaction. So this is not that long ago. 2018 is about 5 years ago. And as you see, I got a lot of this videos I got from Watch Mojo, if you're familiar with them. And do I think this one's paranormal? Okay, here's what I think. I mean, just sitting here while we wait on Brad. Oh, are you back, Brad?
Yeah, sorry, my iPad acted up, so I'm fine now.
You're fine now?
Yep, I should be good now.
Okay, cool. So, Brad, I already explained the video and all that stuff. Do you think this one's paranormal or not?
I've seen this video in the past. I think he's definitely reacting to something, so I kind of agree this one might be something. Yes, I think it's paranormal.
Think it's paranormal?
Yep.
Remember, guys, we are in a nursing home in this one. We all know about nursing homes, hospitals, how they're very haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I could see this being real because I've seen mist like that on other videos.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar mist. It does kind of look like it's walking.
Right, and something opens that door. Something causes that automatic door to open.
Oh, that's not an automatic door.
Oh, it's not an automatic door?
No, I know.
Oh, I thought it was a slider. Okay.
Nope. There's another video we watched the other day that had a slider. It's another one for another time.
Okay.
But yes, I would say, not just based off his reaction, like even if he was faking it, it's very, very common thing I've seen before in some of the videos I've seen with the white mist and all that. So
right.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know down below, guys, if you also agree that it is possibly paranormal. Just prepping for the next one. This is the first time, guys, that I've ever done like all these videos and photos. I've done sharing on the shows before. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do this.
Yeah, my internet didn't like the fact that we were playing a video and on the internet. And
gotcha.
So,
well, your internet's going to have to get together. Okay.
Yeah, it's better with my phone, so we'll just do it with my phone. I'm good. I'm prepared.
He yeeted that book. Yep. Yeah, he did. He did. He sure did eat that one. So let's go ahead. You ready for the next one, Brad?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Actually. All right. Guys, here's our next piece of evidence. I know people have seen this one. I know they have. Let's get it shared here. All right, here it is.
So this is the Mary Todd Lincoln spirit photo that's supposed to have Abraham Lincoln sitting behind her or standing behind her. It was taken in New York around 1870. The photographer was William H. Mumler. Mumler is one of the most famous of the spirit photographers. His first spirit photograph was a self-portrait in which he is seen with the spirit of his dead cousin. Mumler became well known from his photography. Many claim that his photos were fake. He even went on trial for fraud and larceny because of the photos. P.T. Barnum of the circus fame even testified against him during the trial. Mumler was found not guilty. However, the trial nearly ended his career as a photographer until Mrs. Lincoln asked to have this photo taken. And this is actually one of his last spirit photos he ever took.
Okay. That all sounds about accurate. So, guys, what do you think of this one? I am going to touch just real quick on Joel's comment about the last video. I do like that, you're calling BS on it. Like, I like that you're being honest about it. I don't know. Everybody's different on how they would react to seeing a spirit. it's probably not a logical reaction. I mean, there's probably better ways.
Yeah, probably not.
But I do agree with you. So I definitely see what you're saying there.
I've overreacted a few times to spirits, though, so I could see myself doing that.
So this is the Mary Todd Lincoln photo, right? Is that what you said?
Correct, yes.
And guys, I do have an actual copy of this. These were gifted to, this one was gifted to me. I got to, you can see Lincoln in there. I got to investigate the Allen County Library in Fort Wayne, Indiana, a couple years in a row with a bunch of friends of mine that had built a rapport with them. So we got that opportunity. And I do know a little bit about the history on this because of that. I know that Mrs. Lincoln was really into this stuff, as was a lot of first ladies actually from back then tend to be into spiritualism and all that, it seemed like, from what I was gathering. And so it would not surprise me for her to go to a photographer such as this to get this done. That the fact that she did that does not surprise me. I think that's legit. Do I think the photo's legit? Legit. Well, what do you think, Brad?
I don't think it's legit. I think it's an awesome idea to have a photo taken with your loved one's spirit behind you and connect, so it just kind of keeps that connection. But I honestly don't think it's real. I think he created them.
I am a pretty big skeptic of spirit photography in general, because we have people who investigate in the field who never get photos of spirits or rarely gets photos of spirits. And for somebody to just be able to sit you in a photo studio and get a photo with spirit every time, or just about every time, I'm a big skeptic of that. The fact that Mrs. Lincoln went there wouldn't surprise me, but I don't really think this is a real photo of Mr. Lincoln.
Yeah, I think it's probably like another double exposure. Like he had a photo of Lincoln and then took the photo of her and then exposed that photo to him, and that's why he's so pale and clear in spirit form.
It's almost too perfect.
Right.
So I could absolutely see that. I mean, obviously, if they had the original to this, which I believe they don't. I think it was destroyed or something by a relative of Mrs. Lincoln, if I remember right. Don't quote me on it, guys. It's been a couple years since I got that. But I believe they don't have the original. They just have copies.
Mm-hmm.
Copies upon copies, apparently, because I got a free copy of it.
Right.
So this is a very common photo you can find online. Double exposure is probably likely. I agree. So what do you guys all think? I see a couple of you saying double exposure. What's the next one? All right. Okay, guys, we're going to do another video. And we're going to dispute this one. I don't think this next one's as famous, but I know you said you've seen it. I've not seen it much. So let me grab. Okay, so this video, it's on a home security video. I'd like to make sure you guys know if it's CCTV or something like that. It's on somebody's home security. And it is facing out in their driveway, and I'm just going to go ahead and play it for you guys, and I'll explain it. Oh, not that. Hit the wrong button. Here you guys go. So this one I've not seen. Brad has mentioned he has seen this one. This was on somebody's home security video, and it was of the Hernandez family. if you watch this actual full clip, or the full video, not just the clip, it'll show you like the Hernandez discovering like somebody's going through their driveway. There's more to this video than what I clipped, but I only clipped part of it. Okay. The Hernandez family was asked what they think it is, and it was, I believe the Hernandez family is just some kid, husband, wife, and a couple kids, and 2 dogs were in the video. They believe that it's a spirit of someone who had passed away in the area. They didn't say any specifics on who they thought it might be, but that's what they're speculating on. So, Charlotte's seen this one. I don't know. I'm going to look out on this screen because I can see them big. Like, we picked these out, but we didn't really dissect them while we were...
Right, yeah, we just kind of like, I've seen that one, I've not seen that one.
Does this look good? Does this look good? Let's grab this one. Okay. Okay. I don't think, I will say this. I don't think it's a bug.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a bug either.
I don't think it's a dust particle.
No, I don't think that either. I think if it was a bug, it would be closer to the screen and be brighter. That's what usually happens if a bug gets too close to the night vision camera. It shows up white, but it's bright.
Okay.
That's still pretty... I mean, it's white, but it's still see-through and misty looking. I like the fact that it starts on screen, too. It doesn't, like, come in from the edge. I mean, it starts...
Like if it fades in and fades out, right?
Yeah, all in. It's not like it's not like it's a person that you see coming in from all the way from the edge of the screen. It starts on screen.
Yeah. I mean, I like that it's kind of like, it looks like it's going through things.
It looks like it has legs. I mean, the motion of the mist or whatever looks like legs walking.
I like Leah's point. I wonder if it's some type of light reflection off of something. I'm trying to think how that would work.
Yeah, I don't see anything else like moving in the background that would cause a reflection.
Like if there was a car driving by, but I don't see any other lights where you would see like it turning or, coming down the drive or coming perpendicular to it.
Right.
It's so blurry, it almost makes it bad, too,
Right. That's one thing about security cameras. The quality of the photos sometimes are pretty bad.
Right. I know, I got my opinion on if it's real or fake, okay? Do you want to go first if you think it's real or fake?
I'll say it's unusual. I'm going to go with
unusual.
I'm going to go with that's unusual. I don't want to know. I can't say if it's real or fake. I don't think the family faked it.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's truly paranormal.
Okay. I have my opinion. I think it was added to the video.
Oh, okay. Like photoshopped on?
I don't know how you would do it because I'm not that good with camera editing or photo editing or video editing, but I just don't think it is. I just don't think, based off my feels and stuff, like, I'm just not, I think it was added afterwards. I think you had the video regular and that piece was added to make a story out of it. You know what I mean?
That's highly possible.
So that's what I'm going with. I'm going with fake. You're going with maybe.
I'm going with unusual.
Unusual, okay.
I'm taking the middle ground because I don't know. Some
of these are really hard to decide. Like we reviewed several pieces of evidence because I planned on doing like 10 a show, and there's 7 weeks of this. So we're going to be reviewing a lot of this stuff, and we're seeing some repeat stuff that we're like, oh, definitely no, that's not real. That's not real. That's not real. We will probably share those in here because we want to hear your opinions too. But it's just some of them are really hard to dissect, especially if you don't have that video knowledge or that photo knowledge. Like you don't have the knowledge behind it. That's why I would actually love for like our friends and stuff to submit their evidence, because then we can get a backstory behind it, and that's what I love about that.
Yep, I have a few things. I have a few things we'll share later in the season. So
yeah, you guys have your own. So I'm grabbing the other one to get it ready, guys. So yeah, guys, if you have any opinions on that one, let me know. And Brad, when you're ready, I am. Well, I'm not gonna stop sharing. That is the wrong page. Let's get the right one here. All right. So you guys ready? Here is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th piece of evidence.
So this one is called The Ghost of the Tulip Staircase.
Very famous photo.
Yes, it's from Greenwich, England. It was taken June 14th, 1966. The photographer was Reverend R.W. Hardy. The Queen's House in Greenwich is the location of this special spiral staircase, known as the Tulip Staircase. It was the first spiral staircase with no central support in all of the United Kingdom. People came from all over to see it, as did Mr. and Mrs. Hardy did in 1966. When this photo was taken, Mr. Hardy, after he got back, he's from Canada, so he went back to Canada, had it printed, saw these weird things crawling up the staircase, had people look at it. They even sent them off to Kodak to have the lab technicians at Kodak to see if they were been altered or faked, and it came back that they weren't tampered with. A year after this photo was taken, a paranormal group called the Ghost Club held a seance in the Queen's house to try to connect to the spirits. They did not connect with anything, and they also tried to recreate the photo and were unable to recreate the photo as well.
Ooh, I would have liked to see the recreations.
Yeah, I didn't find them. I didn't really look, but they said they tried to recreate them.
I did not realize that. Now that's something I'm gonna do. Not now, but I want to see the recreations because I want to see how close they get. But you're saying they couldn't. Hello, Spook Troop Tours. Welcome. So this one, obviously, what year was this again? You said
1966.
So in the 60s? This photo could have came out better than this.
That's what it said.
Okay. Well, this is an interesting one. So is the supposed ghost is this right here, correct?
Correct, yes. It's supposed to be something like, because I think it also said that when he went, you couldn't actually get to the staircase because it was blocked off. So this is like from underneath, shooting up, from what it sounded like. And it said it was supposed to be like a spirit crawling up the banister.
So are these the stairs?
I think that's
or is these the stairs? So it's on the stairs.
Yeah, I think the underside here you're seeing on the left is the underside of the steps. He's like shooting it up. So
okay, because when I first saw this photo, I thought this was the stairs, and the alleged ghost, is standing on the outside of the railing, right? But the longer I look at it, I'm like, I think this is the stairs.
Yeah, I think the stripes on the left are like the underside of the steps. Like he caught it as it was turning around the corner. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot going on in that photo.
There is a lot. Yeah, it's definitely confusing. Other thing I want to know is like there's no way that this is a hand of this, right? That's way too long of a forearm.
Right.
But I did happen to notice, I could see somebody seeing like this back area and these being like wings, like an eagle wing back there.
Right.
Yep, I agree, Charlotte. So I don't know if anybody's ever pointed that out, but maybe possibility for two spirits in a photo. Which
it said at one point in the research I was doing, it said at one point that there could be two spirits in the photo.
Oh, is that what they said? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know what I think.
I'm going to go with it was just a very poor quality photo.
I agree. I think that this could actually be somebody already standing there. I know that they said nobody was allowed in that area, whatever, but that's just part of the story. We don't know for sure.
Right.
But I think somebody possibly may have been going up the stairs or something. They were moving too fast and it shot like this. That's why you have like a hand clear up here, down here, or they were going backwards down it. That's they got the hand, but they didn't get the rest of the body. Or what is it? Shutter photos where they like, I don't know how to explain it. Where they like take multiple photos at once and they just kind of like blended together.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, Sky's not thinking it's paranormal. So I'm gonna say, is the photo real? Possibly. Is it paranormal? No.
Agreed. I agree on that.
You agree on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to think that's real. That would be really cool. But I'm just not. And guys, we could be completely wrong. Like we could just not know what we're talking about. Okay, we're just judging these based on our experience.
Right.
So the next one's really interesting. I really do like this next one. I'm excited to share this one, and I'm pretty sure if I've seen it, everybody's seen it. Only because like I don't sit here normally and watch this stuff. I'm only doing it for the series here. So I usually don't. This is not something I just sit and watch all the time. Some people are really into watching this stuff all the time. It's not, but I know I've seen this one. So let me get you pulled up here. I will get it shared, and then I will start reading what this one is about. I'm sure y'all might recognize this one. Here we go. Did I not hit play? Oh, I did. So as you guys can see, a lot of things are moving around. This is October 2017. This is security footage out of a school in Cork, Ireland. So we did have Ireland on here, didn't we? Yep. Spook Troop Tours. You might know what this place is because we do have Ireland in the chat. This footage appears to be poltergeist, right?
Right.
It was in the early morning hours. Allegedly, nobody was in the school at the time. And so this is not the only time they've had paranormal activity in the school. Now, we paranormal investigators know for some reason schools tend to be haunted. I have my theories. Other people may have their theories. It's so, schools always seem to be an investigative place. Actually, we're going to a school this weekend.
We are going to a school this weekend.
I got an event. Sorry, guys, it's sold out. My event sold out weekend, but I do have an event this weekend to go investigate Middle Point School. So I'm excited about that. But here's the footage. As you guys can see while you're watching it here, poltergeist activity. You can see back here. It starts with, well, it looked like that door moved actually, but it starts with this moving. It did, didn't it? And then one of these lockers get open. Yeah. And this gets thrown. out of nowhere. We got chairs move. A couple of this stuff gets moved around. Okay, I want to note something. So I see this chair moving, and that goes. Okay. So the chairs were there before this went flying. Okay, I wanted to make sure, like, they did, like, if it was staged, they didn't F up. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, I got to look for those mistakes like they do have in movies occasionally. The
Right,
continuity
right.
errors.
Yep, absolutely, Sky. It's not all just about traumatic things that happen at school. Traumatic things happen at school, but usually it's not as traumatic of things that happen at schools, like as if it would be like if in people's homes, stuff like that. People are usually more secretive in schools, except for the older schools. We get spanked and stuff and all sorts of stuff going on. But the other thing is there's a lot of emotion at schools too, which to me kind of ties into it. And it just, our energy gets embedded in walls and stuff. And that's why certain places are full of spirits and stuff, because the energy that we're putting into our environment and all that is going to stick. So, but yeah, this one, oh, this door, okay, this door over here slams too. So I thought this door moved also. I don't know. Let me just go back. So this door slams. Yeah. But does this, yeah, that one just moved. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm. You can see like a shutter and like.
I'm just like staring at it.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
It's like.
That's like how I review all my videos.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Guys, what's your opinion on this one? Real or fake?
I've seen this on TV. I've seen it come back on TV, and I've also heard that it's been faked, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Okay, so, what was your resource? You just heard that from other people, or
no? It was on a different TV show, or I read it online somewhere that I heard that this was actually all staged.
Okay,
but I don't know if that's 100% true or not.
Right. Another thing to note that I didn't mention, according to Watch Mojo, the school states that they have experienced cold spots and disembodied crying sounds too on this. So just keep that in mind. So allegedly, those are other things that they've had occur.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know on that.
I mean, I've been to a lot of haunted schools, and had weird stuff happen. I've had stuff thrown at me in haunted schools. So the potential is definitely there.
Right.
But I don't know. This just seems so extreme. Like, too over the top.
I have a couple issues with it. This was on 10/26. I'm reading it backwards because in America we do month and day. We got to be complicated over here.
Right.
So I'm like, wait a second. So on the other date it says 10/1. Okay, because I was about to say that one of my issues was this has only been videoed on one night, but it looks like there's 2 dates time stamped. Doesn't mean it's real, okay? But I'm just saying, like, that was going to be one of my arguments, but I just seen, like, this is on October 26th. The other one was October 1st. I think, honestly, if these are the only 2 nights they've ever had this kind of activity, I think it's doubtful.
Right. I mean, if it was a common thing and they kept getting the same, or kept getting, like, this crazy amount of activity, then yes, I would think it's real. But that just seems over the top, like how much is happening in this video.
Right. I mean, we can dissect like each action. Okay. You know, the door.
And I don't like that it's not in the like Mojo edited it, so it's not in like order.
Oh, I think this is how it was uploaded.
Well, then they uploaded it wrong, because the chairs, when they get to the chair moving there, see that piece of paper is already on the floor, but then later in the video, you watch that piece of paper fly across the floor. Right here.
Right. Yeah, which it's fine. I mean, just looking at the piece of paper and then watching it just shoot off there. I don't know. I mean, we tend, especially poltergeists, in my opinion, are not going to do this 1 or 2 nights and be done.
Right.
These are very different type of entities and spirits, and they like to be known. They're going to do it not just when the kids are home or the kids aren't there. So,
right.
I'm going to go fake.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think it's definitely been staged.
Okay. Goodness. I would love for that to be real. I mean, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, I've literally seen things fly off the wall at my own house, and I know it's not fake, but that was just way over the top.
Yeah. All right, we gotta get to the next one. It's our 847.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I thought. I know, right? All right, so I'll get to the next photo here, guys. I will get this shared. And Brad, start explaining the next photo.
Okay, so the next photo is going to be the Brown Lady of Ronman Hall. Ronman Hall. It's in Norfolk, England. This photo was taken in 1936. The photographer was Captain Herbert C. Probin. The Brown Lady of Ronman Hall has been seen since Christmas Day of 1835. She is referred to as the Brown Lady because of the brocade dress she is seen wearing. This photo was taken in 36 for Country and Life magazine. The magazine literally just came to the house to take photos, and this just happened to show up. The spirit is thought to be that of Dorothy Walpole, who lived in Ronman Hall until her death in 1726. She was the sister of the first Prime Minister of England, and she was actually locked away in the hall and died there because her husband accused her of adultery.
Okay. First question. Did the magazine publish this photo in the magazine?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's fake right there. I'm not going to lie. I mean, they could have been doing, a spirit. They could be doing like an October issue or something. You know what I mean?
True, but I guess people were still into the paranormal in 1936. I mean, it just...
Paranormal's been around forever. What are you talking about?
It's true, but I guess I'm just used to like the current popularity of it. I don't really think about it being super popular back in the day.
Spiritualism and all this stuff didn't just start,
Yeah, this is true.
Sky says that she was told it's always fake. So who's your sources, Sky? We want to know. I mean, right there, that's going to be my first thought is it's actually published, but it's got to be fake, whatever,
Right.
But go ahead. I want to know kind of what you feel and think on this one.
I mean, I don't really see like a true figure. I see a white mist that I can't tell if it's brown or not because the photo's in black and white.
Yeah.
That's one issue. How do we know it's the Brown Lady?
I did think that too. I get you.
I think it's just light reflection.
Okay.
And caught on a camera from the 30s. I mean, camera technology back then is not nearly as good as it is now, so you're going to get a lot more light play and light affects the film a lot different then. So I think it was just a camera malfunction or something. It's not. I don't think it's a true spirit.
Okay. Do you think the photo itself was? Oops, hold on a second. Somebody's trying to call me. I was hanging up on him. So do you think the photo taken as is as it was taken? You don't think it was cropped?
Yeah, I don't think it was altered. No, I think it was just. I think it's just a light reflection.
I'm going to disagree. I think it's more of a double exposure. I think it was intentional. And I think that's what I think. So.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys. Sky says she has family in Norfolk, and they say it was never haunted. So awesome. Okay, we have. Oh my gosh, we got 3 more to go. I don't know who's after me because I used to be on Friday nights at 7, guys, and I changed to Wednesdays at 8, and I have no idea if somebody's after me. So sorry if I'm still live. But we were getting through all these. All right, you ready?
Yep.
The next one, oh, that's a video. This one's interesting. I really think this one's interesting. For sure. And I know people have seen this one. Again, if I've seen it, y'all have seen it. This one, I believe, was in 2003. Sense, share, window, share. All right, guys. Oh, Sky says this for the haul there. All right, guys, here's this video. I'm going to get it playing. I'll start telling you about it. It was in 2003, it looks like. It was CCTV video or security video from Wingate Hotel Wingate Hotel room 209 in Illinois. The security guard here, you could see they were called up to the room because there was some unnatural screaming. If I had the audio on, you'd be able to hear it. It does sound kind of scary. So he entered, and when he entered, you can see right there, a mist comes out of an alleged spirit. And then after the spirit pass, the lights right there, you just seen, they flicker. And that's the video. When he went in there, John, that's the security guard there, states that all the furniture was thrown around and that the shower was on.
But no humans, right? Nobody was actually in the room.
Yeah, so nobody was in the room. It's literally he's here. He's hearing the screaming. You see, there's CC. It's speaking down there. He goes in. Spirit comes out. Lights flicker. Everything's disarray. Shower on. Sky says this one creeped her out. This was, like I said, this was in 2003, so it wasn't terribly long. It does say floor 2, so it is the correct room number, probably 209.
Mm-hmm.
So, on this one, interesting. I wish I knew which Wingate hotel this was in Illinois. I'm sure I could do the research to find out.
Yep, I know where I want to stay.
Right, because that's the first thing you want to do. Be like, okay, I want to go to this Wingate hotel and stay in room 209. Like, that's obviously what is going to be my response.
Mm-hmm.
Joel's jumping in here. I'm going with paranormal, especially since accompanied by sound. Okay. Definitely go and watch the actual video to get the sound, because the woman screaming is like cringe. Like,
yeah, it's intense.
It's intense. I will definitely agree with you on that, Joel. I have my opinions on this one. How about you?
I think this one is paranormal. Just I've watched this video with sound. The screaming is insane. The thing walking out of the door is pretty clear. I mean, it doesn't look added.
Right.
I mean, I think this one is truly paranormal.
And keep in mind, the guy right there is on you can hear the conversation going on between him and, I guess, the hotel staff or whatever. Sounds sincere. I think it sounds pretty convincing, pretty sincere.
Mm-hmm.
My only issue would be, I would want to know if there's other reports.
Right.
Of paranormal activity or not. In this specific area. But honestly, I wouldn't. I think this one could be legit. I really do.
I totally agree.
Yeah, he didn't throw anything at it, Joel. Yeah, no, instead, if you watch his reaction, he comes out and he's like checking and looking behind him and around and stuff, because I wonder if he even felt that spirit go through him, because that spirit would have gone through him when he went in there.
Right.
Now, I wonder if he was even aware of that.
I think it'd be neat to see what the room actually looks like.
Right. So even when he walks out, he's still got the camera in there looking around, like he's getting paranoid, which is interesting. Maybe he's just a good actor. I don't know. But I would say this one I'm pretty confident in, is pretty good. Pretty good piece of evidence.
I agree.
Yep. Awesome. Okay, we got 2 more. All right. So let me grab the next one. Is the last photo we have. Oop, I just exited out of that. Crap. I'm going to have to pull back up my thing. But I will go ahead and get the next photo back. Last photo. Oh, I have opinions on this one. You betcha I got opinions.
No comment.
I always got opinions. All right, guys. Everybody has seen this photo. Let's do this.
So this is the Amityville House boy photo. It was taken in New York. It happened in 1976. The photographer was Gene Campbell. Everyone in the paranormal field knows the Warrens, Ed and Lorraine. They came to the Amityville house in 76 to investigate the claims after the Lynch family moved out. With them was photographer Gene Campbell. He used an automatic camera that took infrared pictures on black and white film. This photo was taken in 76, but it was first made public on the Merv Griffin TV show in 79. The boy in the photo is thought to be John DeFeo, a murder victim from the house. So
I'm like bracing myself to talk about this one. Sorry. I get really excited about some of these pieces of evidence because I have like indefinite opinions on them. But
let's hear what you have to say.
Okay, so this one is easy for me to decide on and hard at the same time, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say too much about my opinions when it comes to the Warrens because I'm going to hurt feelings, okay? I have strong feelings about how public they were being not as genuine, but I also have feelings about paranormal celebrities and all this fun stuff.
Right.
The beauty of TV and media can kind of ruin stuff. Okay, so that aside, I want to put that aside on my personal feelings. Amityville house. Do I think it could be haunted? The house itself, I think there's potential there only because of the trauma that happened there. It sucks though that others don't report that it's not haunted. I've heard like they're the only family that's reported as haunted. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. I don't follow this stuff like that. Here's where my hang up is on this one, okay? One, you just mentioned that it was first published on TV. Yeah. That leads me back just like the brown lady.
Right.
The other thing is shoot, I just lost my train of thought. The other thing is like, it's just part of that whole publicity and stuff like that. Like, that's my worry.
Right. And it was published on TV 3 years after it was taken. It wasn't like, oh, we found it, let's show it now. They waited 3 years.
Well, yeah. But there's a way that those in the celebrity field do things to make sure that they keep getting the notoriety they want. So
I guess that's true.
Planned to wait until they're on a specific show to share this one. But here's my hang up, Brad. I read photos. I do that for people. They send me pictures of the deceased and all this.
Right.
This photo has that energy in it.
Oh.
So that's my biggest hang up on it, is as much as I don't want to believe it is legit, it is real, it's just all part of this publicity stunt. The energy from the photo is so strong. Mm-hmm. I might say it's real. And it makes no logical sense because anytime if I would have seen a photo like that without the energy. Take the energy out of it. I just seen it. Like, I didn't have any sensitive gifts to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, that's just a boy standing there. I wouldn't think paranormal.
Right.
But my problem is the energy that's coming off of it. I know not everybody else is going to look at this like that. That's a me thing. So, Brad, go.
It's a cool photo. It definitely looks like there's a little kid there looking at you. His eyes are glowing white, and with an infrared camera, that would mean they were black, because like black clothing shows up as white. So that's a little weird to me. So that kind of leads to maybe being it paranormal, in my opinion. So I could see it being paranormal.
Is it paranormal because of just the eyes is what you get?
Yeah, the eyes are what make it feel paranormal to me. Just of how like glowing white they are.
I mean, I would think at 76 the photo would have came out a little bit better.
Yeah, but infrared in 76 may not have been that great.
Did they say in there that they took it with infrared?
Yeah, they said it was an infrared camera. An automatic camera with infrared that took infrared photos.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to go with the energy is telling me it's real. There's no way in hell, like logic would tell me no.
Right.
But
you got to go with your gifts. I mean,
I'm like, that's that. I really wanted to talk about that one. I'm glad we found that one because I was just like, and you know, I look at that picture and I just get those feels, all those feels that I get when I'm reading a deceased person's photo, and so many stories coming through and all that, and it's like, oh my gosh, like it's overwhelming. So maybe I'm completely wrong, but there's no way to know. It's creepy but cool. Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
I mean. All right, so we have one more video here. We're going to do that one real quick because I want to get them all in. I know we're running a few minutes behind, but let me get this one pulled up here. Fucking get it to... Oh, what'd you do? It's acting funky now. See, it's that photo we had up.
Yep.
Made a mistake. All right. All right, guys, we're going to pull this one up here real quick. Let me grab our last piece of footage. All right, guys. I'll start playing it, and then I'll tell you a little bit about this one. So this one was debuted in 2016, meaning that's when it was on the internet. I don't know, you know, when it was actually footage, actually videoed, unless it says they're on there might be a date on top. This is CCTV, and this is CCTV outside of a shop in the Philippines. So you may or may not have seen this one. Hold on. Give a minute to Virgil here. I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. All right. Where'd it go? Did the video stop? Oh, there it is. What is happening? It's like cutting out.
It is. It's that photo.
It's that photo. It's got to be that photo. God. I should have printed that photo out and just put it on my wall and then see if more stuff happens.
Oh, my.
No, I'm not going to do that. Because it creeps me out. I'm not going to do it. So here is our last video. As you can see, they circled it for you. This guy just shows up, and then he just goes through the car. Well, the cars go through him, you know. And I don't know that it shows him disappearing off to the side.
He does. He just disappears. He don't even make it to the side of the road.
He disappears. Yeah, I have, and lots of them are like that here in Asia. What do you mean? What do you mean, Irene? Like you've seen that, or one of the things on the video they did talk about something about it being a disgruntled citizen or something because it was near the plaza. I don't know if being near the plaza is the same as like being near our courthouse or something. I don't know what that means in the Philippines. Like a plaza, that's the central part, right? I would assume that's
Right.
where that's where our like courthouses are here. This is Central Park. So I wonder if that's what they mean. But that was some people in the Philippines and that live in this area also report that it's very easy in this area. We've seen plenty like that here in Asia and here in Japan. I wonder if that's, that doesn't surprise me because I feel like a lot of them that I see are generally overseas that are like this, that are CCTV.
Right.
See, the thing is, like, I feel like other countries have had CCTV a lot longer than America. Like we have businesses that will have CCTV, but we don't generally have like not all our cities and cities and towns have CCTV just everywhere.
Right, just on the streets.
Yeah. So I don't even know if the big cities do. Like I think they rely heavily on our businesses to put that bill because US. So, this is not something that we have readily available like they do probably in other countries. But so what do you think on this one?
I like the fact that he just appears there again, not coming in from the outside of the screen, just literally appears mid-screen and then disappears also in mid-screen. So, and I like this one a lot. I would definitely think this is paranormal.
It's interesting to me. I wonder if this has got to be slowed down a lot.
Yeah, because those cars would be going a lot faster.
Like, I would like to see it like normal speed. Because I'm trying to gauge, like, I always kind of envision like Spirit walking through like the downtown, but it always going super fast. And there's so many cars that pass him, so he can't be going that fast across that street.
Right. And he literally walks through them, or they go right through him. So if he was real, you would see him laying there on the ground.
Well, there are people down here too. Like, these are actually people. It doesn't look like they're looking that way. They notice it. The drivers don't seem to notice it. Irene feels they got hit by a car because streets are narrow and places to walk and no sidewalks. Leah feels the proportions off unless it's a child. I can't tell if there's a sidewalk there. That might just be parking. Now I see what you're saying, Leah, with the proportions. Because if you compare the height to the watch the front part of the vehicles, like how tall those are.
Yeah, because the head just barely comes like to the bottom of the windshields on them.
I could see that. All right, I have my conclusion, I think. So what's your conclusion?
I'm still going to go with paranormal. Because who says we don't know what spirits technically look like? They could be disproportionate after death. So I think it's paranormal.
Well, yeah, if they're a shadow person,
right,
and they're shape shifting. I'm gonna go with undecided. You got to get one that was undecided. I'm gonna go with undecided on this one because I don't necessarily feel like it's paranormal, but I don't necessarily feel like it's not.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm just surprised nobody's seen it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Then they don't cross over. Yeah, I'm sure that happens. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. That's my opinion. And that was our last one. Thanks, guys. What did you guys think? Did you have a favorite video? Did you have a least favorite? What do you think?
The last video is probably my favorite of the ones we showed.
Oh, my favorite video is probably the security guard. Well, my favorite that I think is haunted is the hotel, but the security guard one's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like that one. Of course, Amityville is my favorite photo. What about you?
Yeah, Amityville is probably my favorite photo.
That's probably your favorite.
The favorite photo we've had so far. There's another one that I'm gonna for a future show that I'm gonna send you.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, awesome, guys. Awesome. This ran over a little bit. Next week probably won't be as long because we won't do introductions. We'll just get right into it. But guys, we're going to be doing this for the next 7 weeks. Remember, if you are interested in being a part of this live judges or whatever you want to call us, let me know. Hit me up on Unveil Paranormal, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of them. It's all Unveil Paranormal. Let me know if you're interested in joining, and I will give you an invite to join us on the show. Especially cryptids and aliens, because we will have specials for those also. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, everybody
no problem.
who
See you
joined
next
week. We appreciate you all, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, guys? Goodbye.